Okay, we got 2 tracks left. Background. Background. Okay, let's do it.
아직 난 거기 살아.
Nice.
너의 세상이 다 나였던 계절에 나 홀로 되는 말. 다시 돌아간다면 무슨 말을 할까. 널 불러도 다시 메아리처럼 울려 날 헤쳐. 기다림도 내겐 사랑이라고 했어. 별 하나 없는 이 까만 밤 불꺼진 무대 위로 늦은 찬상처럼 남아 아직 헤매고 있어. Maybe in another place, another time 되돌릴 수 있다면 그땐 곁에 내가 있을까. 널 기다리는 나 I'll be here in the background. 다른 색깔로 그린 서로 물든 채 뒤섞여 가던 꿈 점점 잊혀진다는 게 때론 미칠 것 같지. But I still choose you. 내게 전부 과거가 돼버린 내 흔적 다 해줘. 기다림도 사랑이라 꾀할 만해져. No. 별 하나 없는 이 까만 밤 불꺼진 무대 위로 늦은 찬상처럼 남아 아직 헤매고 있어. Maybe in another place, another time 되돌릴 수 있다면 그땐 곁에 내가 있을까. 널 기다리는 나 I'll be here in the background. Here in the background. 모든 이야기가 끝난 밤 불꺼진 무대 위로 늦은 찬상처럼 남아 또 널 헤매고 있어. Maybe in another place, another time 되돌릴 수 있다면 그땐 곁에 내가 있을까. 널 기다리는 나 I'll be here in the background.
Beautiful. We call that, some of these runs that you heard, we call that an eargasm. Just delightful. Just delightful. Ooh, love that. Background. Okay, let's see these lyrics. Ooh, God, that was beautiful. Yeah, chills. Totally agree. Totally agree. Background. I'm still living there in the season when I was your whole world. The words I repeat to myself alone. If I could go back, what would I say? Even if I call your name, it echoes back, like a refrain and hurts me. Even waiting, I try to believe it's love, at least for me. This pitch black night without a single star over a stage with the lights all turned off. I remain like a lingering after image, still wandering, still lost, maybe in another place, another time. If I could turn things back, would I be by your side then? I'll be here in the background, me waiting for you. I will be here in the background. Painted in different colors, dreams we stained and blended into each other, that it's slowly being forgotten. But I still choose you, and sometimes it drives me mad, but I still choose you. Everything of mine, all my traces have become your past, frayed and worn. Even waiting feels almost worth calling love. This starless, pitch-black night over a darkened stage, I remain like a late after-image, still wandering through it all, maybe in another place, another time. If I could turn things back, would I be next to you then? I will be here in the background. Me waiting for you, I will be here in the background. On the night when every story has ended, over a stage where the lights are out, I linger like a late after image, still lost in search of you again. Maybe in another place, another time, if I could turn things back, would I be by your side then? I will be here in the background. Me, waiting for you, I'll be here in the background. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Oh, I love that. God, I love that. Ooh, that whole notion of the background, that I will be in the background waiting. Oh, it's so powerful. It's so beautiful. The lyrics paint this picture that the song then fills. And so I'll tell you, before we got into the lyrics, one thing I wrote down was just this one phrase. It's more of a term. And I have explained this concept before, and I feel like it does seem to connect with some of you, if not a lot of you. But the term is an emotional music box. Sometimes songs resonate. They're built in a way that when it connects with us, when it resonates with us, it can form this emotional music box. And here's a good example of what that does for us. And I think a lot of you, even though you don't understand what I'm saying yet, when I give you this example, you'll be like, totally get it. You get into a fight with somebody, an argument, it's a big blowout, you're upset about something, you run away, you need some you time, you got to kind of process because you're an absolute friggin' basket case right now. So you kind of like jump in the car or you go into your room and you lock the door, you put on some music, and just the right song will kind of envelop you. It kind of creates this space around you that takes all of your emotions and all of your thoughts, and it just kind of like, and it just embraces you and envelops you. That, to me, is the notion of an emotional music box. It's a song that it almost allows you to kind of just like wallow in your feelings and slightly begin to piece through and process what you're going through. That's how this feels to me. And the lyrics, just another level of this. I love this so much. Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, Sam Silly. Welcome home, buddy. Glad you finally made it. First live. Good time to do it. Checking out some Ginny Gin Gin. We got one more song on the album. We're doing a full deep dive, buddy. Full breaking it down, analyzing it. Yeah. Oh, so good. I will forgive him for Rope It. I will forgive him. This was beautiful. Don't sing it again. No. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Those lyrics are so good. What a picture. Lyrically, what a beautiful picture. Powerful, you know? Emotional music box. Whew. Fills the space. Okay, last one. To today's me. Ooh. This might confirm my initial theory, because you remember when we did Nothing Without Your Love, track 2, I talked about how lyrically it was laying out this picture where my self-value and self-worth is entirely wrapped up in, it's dependent on somebody else's opinion of me or their existence or the fact that we are connected in this way. We're in a relationship. If they love me, if they praise me, I'm a good person and I'm worthy. If they don't, I'm terrible. I'm nothing. If they're not with me, I'm nothing. I don't exist. It's all darkness, right? So that doesn't feel like the typical Jin, I'm the one that I love. So my thought was it's going to come back in the end. And this last song is called To Today's Me. So the question is, will he come full circle, break that connection of depending on somebody for his own self-value, or is this going to go a totally different way?
1, 2, 3, 4. 햇살 비춘 아침 그 틀린 어제의 날 오늘의 하루살이 One day I could fly 쓸데없는 생각 두려워하지는 마 난 내일의 나에게 맡겨놓고 가자 걱정을 빼앗네 지금을 살아가 어깨 펴고 날아올라 지금 이 순간 더 낮아 하늘 저 위로 나를 믿고 I fly 맘이 끄는 곳에 I fly 나를 던져 단 한 번뿐인 이 순간 내 마음을 열어 오늘은 날 날개를 펴 Now I fly to where my heart beats 별빛 아래 빛을 비춰 맘 깊이 불꽃을 피워 What a life, what a life 내 맘 가득 타올라 자 걱정을 덜어내 지금을 살아가 어깨 펴고 날아올라 지금 이 순간 더 낮아 하늘 저 위로 나를 믿고 I fly 맘이 끄는 곳에 I fly 나를 던져 단 한 번뿐인 이 순간 내 마음을 열어 오늘은 날 날개를 펴 Now I fly to where my heart beats 하고 싶은 건 다 하는 거야 가장 살고 싶은 하루 살아 다신 없을 지금 이 순간을 기억해 더 낮아 하늘 저 위로 나를 믿고 I fly 맘이 끄는 곳에 I fly 나를 던져 단 한 번뿐인 이 순간 내 마음을 열어 오늘은 날 날개를 펴 Now I fly to where my heart beats Let me fly away Let me fly away with you Nobody else What do you say What do you say 찬란히 빛날 거야 Fly away Let me fly away Let me fly away with you Nobody else What do you say What do you say 하나뿐인 오늘 나에게
That is how I would expect Jin to end an album. That feels similar to how he left us at the end of Happy. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I was expecting. So obviously it's a strong ending, even to the point with this last section of the song, the drums are do, 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 do. And it's just a build, build, build. And then, and then there's that release. Somebody said it would be a great concert ender. Totally agree. Definitely has that sound. Now, to reference Joe's comment of when I said it doesn't sound like typical Jin, I'm not saying that as like I'm trying to box him in. What I'm saying is like for Jin to come out lyrically in a song and have this very strong message in this one song of like all my worth, like I love myself if you love me. That doesn't sound like Jin to me, right? It would be the same as if Junie wrote a song about how much he hates museums. All of us would go, what? That's not Junie. Something's wrong. What's going on in that head of yours, mister? You know what I mean? It's like a red flag and you're like, wait a second. Yeah. So, let's see what we got lyrically. Because I think at this point, between everything BTS has done and everything that Jin has done solo, especially after Rope It, I don't think we can put Jin in a box. I don't think it's possible. Okay, so here we go. Last song of the album. What's the message is going to leave us with and send us back out into the world? To today's me, a morning touched by sunlight, the scorched version of me from yesterday. Ooh, that's a good one. A fresh start. It already feels like 0 o'clock. And I totally agree with Tamara, who said there's a section of the best is yet to come. Totally agree. Got that same feel. Today's Mayfly. Life or a person's state of being for a day. One day I could fly. Useless thoughts. Don't be afraid. I'd leave it to tomorrow's me and go. I like that. Come on, cast off your worries. Live this very moment. Straighten your shoulders and soar this moment right now. Let's depart up into that sky. Trust in me. I fly where my heart pulls me. I fly, throwing myself in this one and only moment. I open up my heart. The one, today's me, spreads my wings. Now I fly to where my heart beats. Shining light beneath the starlight, igniting flames deep in my heart. What a life. My heart burns full of fire. Come on, lighten your worries. Live in the now. Straighten your shoulders and soar. This moment right now. Let's go up into that sky. Trust in me. I fly. Where my heart leads, I fly. Throwing myself in this one and only moment, I open up my heart. Today's me spreads my wings. Now I fly to where my heart beats. Do everything you want to do. Live the day you most want to live. Remember this moment that will never come again. Let's go up into that sky. Trust in me. I fly where my heart leads. I fly throwing myself in. This one and only moment, I open up my heart. Today's me spreads my wings. Now I fly to where my heart beats. Let me fly away with you, nobody else. What do you say? What do you say? I'll shine brilliantly. Let me fly away with you, nobody else. What do you say? To me, on this one and only day. That feels like Jin. Echo. Love that. Wow. Yeah, that is very Jin. Jin's attitude put to music. Attitude to live, yeah. Live life in the present. Grateful for what you have right now, not what you don't have. Live today. The first couple of lines are so great. A morning touched by sunlight, the scorched version of me from yesterday. Yeah. Leave it to tomorrow's me and go. I mean, the procrastinator in me is like, yeah, what a great message. Tomorrow me will take care of those dishes. It's fine. I'll wash them tomorrow. Cast off your worries. Don't do the dishes. Eat some toast today. Have some pizza. No calories today. I'm translating the stuff you can't read. Yeah. If you eat it today, there's no calories. That's very Jen. Don't me, Joe. Enjoy the moment. Every moment is precious and will never come again. Yeah. That's why they call it the present. It's a gift. Whew, love this. I am very glad that this was the last song and this was the last feeling of the album. But now I wonder, going back to, let's see, going back to, was it Background? No, Journey with the Clouds. This was the poetic piece of the album. I have a theory that I'm going to check out, and I want to see. Oh, what was my favorite? Clearly Rope It. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to listen to that again. Oh, boy. I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen right on the tail end of Terry Clark, Heather. I think my favorite was Background. I think that is glorious. I think it's beautiful. Yeah. Background. Totally. All right, let me check my theory here. I'm going to take this away. I just want to dig a little bit just for a second and see if my theory checks out. Let's see. What's the name? It's called Echo. So let me ask you this. While I figure this out, now that we've gone through the entire album, track for track, all the lyrics, the music video, 7 tracks from start to finish in order, what is your theory on why it's called Echo? Go ahead, I'll give you a moment while I look this up. Oops. Ooh. Okay. Everything bounces back to him. It's the echo of happy. That's a good answer. Reflects his life experiences. Parts of himself repeating into the future, perhaps. Reflecting on different times of life. Difference in emotions at a given time. Songs can echo to different situations in life or the different situations that artists can be in. It's a good one, Moon. I like that. Losing himself in a relationship and then coming back to himself, but different. Interesting. Feeling the past. Okay, so I found what I'm looking for. Oh boy. All right, interesting. Okay, you ready for this? Let's see here. So here was my theory. My theory is when we got to A Journey with the Clouds and the lyrics were so abstract and so different, that kind of made me stop and step back a little bit and go, wait a second. This feels extremely different. Like this actually feels like a different writer. Interesting. So then that made me think, okay, well, let's say, what if it is a different writer, how would that relate with the other songs on the album? How many songs does Jin have a writing credit for? How much of these like lyrical or emotional pieces can we put on Jin? And if it's not mostly Jin, what would be the purpose of the album, right? So then where I go is, well, if that's not the case, if Jin doesn't have most of the writing credits, then it could be that Jin was like, hey, I have some ideas, I want to do some stuff, but he may have also been able to say to the team, I want to go next level with my music. I want to venture out. I want to do some country. I want to do a song that has 9 songs in it. I want to go big. And they're like, we could do that. Let's do it. Let's give it a go. You got some freedom. You're Jin. Let's see what we come up with. So here's what I did. Yeah, give me a song that's got a horse in it. I want to say lasso a bunch. Can I do that? Yeah, hey, we got a horse sound right here. Pull out the old Casio keyboard. Animals, camel, spider, horse. Got it. So here's what I got. I'm going to look at this together. All right, so we got Jin, Echo, and then we have the track list and all the ads. Thank you, Genius.com, for not sponsoring this channel because we're not fans, but you're the best of the worst. You're the worst of the best. Here we are. Okay, track list. So we got Don't Say You Love Me, producers. Forget producers, writers. Nathan and Wyatt. Okay, no Jin. Fine. Number 2, Nothing Without Your Love. Got a whole bunch of writers. P-Dog, Ben, Digital Farm Animals. They might come back for the horse song. We got Jin. Okay, so we do have Jin in Nothing Without Your Love. I'm going to put a little star there. And then 3, Loser, writers. P-Dog, Matt again, Max Graham again, Ghost Loop, Donka, Jin Lee. I don't see Jin. Anybody else? Oh, wait, right there. Is that? Yeah, there he is. Found him. Yep. So he's in Loser as well. Good. Rope It. Oh, boy. How many people does it take to write a song like this? There he is. Oh boy. Oh, Jin, I'm so disappointed you're in that list right now. 5, Journey with the Clouds. Writers. There he is right there. Wow, my theory is out the window. Adora. Why do I know that name? Adora. I think we've seen her before a little bit, in the writing at least. Background. Writers. Jin Lee, Sejong, True. I don't see him in background. Former producer, she's written a lot with BTS. Okay, so no Jin in background. I'm sad a little bit. Such a beautiful song. Finally, To Me Today, number 7. I don't see Jin. So writers, P-Dog, William, Sokodomo. Okay, we saw Sokodomo recently. Ellie, Ghost Loop, Donka, Wang Yubin, and then no Jin. Okay. So, interesting. So, of the 7 tracks, Jin is only not in the writing credits of track 1, Don't Say You Love Me, and track 7, which is To Today's Me, or To Me Today. Now, before you start getting defensive, Joe, because I see you, he still picked everything, though. I know that, but being in the writing credits still allows us to put some pieces together, right? It's not miscrediting any of his work or anything like that. It's just different, okay? Track 6, Background. Oh, that's right. Background. He's not in there. I'd still managed to put a star. What a boob. Okay. So Don't Say You Love Me, Background, and To Today's Me. Huh. So my theory's kind of out the window. Because part of what I was wondering was, I wondered if this was kind of a very different parallel. It's not really a parallel, but the same line of thinking with what my theory was with Junie and his, oh, what the hell's the name of the album? He's got the name of the album, and then it's different in the song, and then it's different inside the song's lyrics. Right people, wrong place, wrong person, missed a taxi, wrong people. What is it? Right people, wrong place. Right place, wrong person. Sure. Right place, wrong person. Yeah, that one. That album, okay? So we broke down that album from start to finish, and my theory on that was that this was basically Junie saying, I want to do things my way. I don't want to play by all the rules. I am the one and only Namjoon, and I want to have fun. I want to put my IQ into music. I want this song to be compartmentalized into this, and I want to go big. I want to do something out there. I want to be wild, and I want to do this on this one. Full freedom. And that to me was like Junie saying, I am, well, not saying, but it's more like he has the freedom to do it because he's not confined within these walls that we see happen to a lot of other groups. Okay. So that was my theory. And I wondered if that was something similar with Jin, where he's out of the military, he's solo working on stuff, and he has the freedom and flexibility to create something not confined by the standard walls. So he gets some freedom to experiment. Now, even if he was not featured in any of these songs as a writer, it still doesn't mean that he went in there. Like, he went in there and said, here's what I want to do. Help me make it happen. Right? And then he's still the one that has to record everything, lay all the tracks down. He's got to perform this over and over again. And that's where we get the album. So it's just a different line of thinking to see where some of the energy and resources might be shifting to see if we can find more of a potential purpose of the album or, you know, some underlying stuff. So my theory is kind of out the window, but I still do think it's a good album. I don't know what the hell's going on with Rope It, but that's a me problem and not a Jen problem.